Okay, on these, you're going to be solving by substitution. These first set, you have ones where both equations are solved for a variable. So if both of these equations equal y, you can just set them equal to each other. Negative 5x minus 10 equals negative 10x. To solve this, I need to get my x's together. So I'm going to choose to add 5x to both sides. You could have added the 10x to both sides. Does not matter. This will leave me with a negative 10 equals negative 5x. And then what I need to do is divide both sides by negative 5 because the negative 5 is being multiplied by x. So divide off the negative 5 gives me a 2 as x. The good news is I have half of my answer. So I know that the first part of my answer is a 2. Bad news is I need to get the y value, and to get the y value, just pick out whichever equation you think is easier. I'd probably pick the second one. So just replace the x with a 2. So negative 10 times 2, the x is completely gone. Negative 10 times 2 is negative 20. That's what it means to substitute, to replace a variable with a different value. And that should be the correct answer. We'll see. It is. Let's try one from the next section. Okay, on this one, what we need to do is we have the equation solved for x. So I need to at least one equation solved for a variable. So I'm going to start with this equation, and it tells you x is equal to 6y. So I'm going to substitute that into the other equation. So I'm going to copy down my 3. I'm going to replace the x from my equation with a 6y, since that second equation does say x equals 6y. Then I'm going to copy down the rest of the equation exactly. Minus 8y equals negative 50. Now, if you do this correctly, you'll usually have a parenthesis to get rid of. So I'm going to multiply 3 times 6 to get rid of that parenthesis. So 18y minus 8y is negative 50. Then I'm going to subtract those. So I have 10y equals negative 50. And I'm going to divide both sides by 10. So y will be negative 5. Now, the y value is always the second number in this ordered pair. So I'm going to go ahead and put the negative 5 there. And now I'm going to go back to my original equation to figure out what x is. My original equation was that, 6y was equal to x. So I can do 6 times negative 5 should be equal to x. And now just getting rid of the parenthesis, negative 30 equals 6. So that should be my x value of negative 30. And that is how you do these problems. I think in all of the ones in this step, you'll have one equation solved for a variable. You can substitute in and find one answer and then plug that answer in to the equation you started with to get your other answer. Please reach out if you have any questions.